Monday.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Richardson. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now Richardson. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Richardson looking to throw.
That is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance class.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Look at the big fella go. And finally wrestled down at the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Again, it's Taylor.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Well, this defense for the Jags, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The Colts send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You look at this Colt defense.
This unit, they struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this up to the 32. The Colts at 6-2 to start play. And they come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form. They've won 6 of their last 8.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their finer performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A very tough run for a short gain out near the 32. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
The slot man in motion right.
Now it's Richardson.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Escaping the pressure right.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 2nd and 5. Richardson looking to throw this.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Richardson working from the gun.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Slot man moves right.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Hit as as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Richardson to throw.
Touchdown! A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Off the option, here's Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Richardson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
3rd and 2.
Now receiver in motion left.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the shotgun, Lawrence
Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those type.
The ball is free. Taylor lost it.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now an option play on second down.
Shifts by him, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So from the 17, here's second and 7. They run once more with Taylor.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Taylor, oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because here